keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers from the season I'm soon. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my road. At the end of my road, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go from Oakland. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Putting a receiver in motion. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Finds his man Rice. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. He finds Johnson. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
44, ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Running for it again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, it's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Koo able to put it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10, looking to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
19 tight, 19 tight. Set. Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They kick the running back in motion. Complete to Coleman. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Wow, wide open here, complete. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Back-to-back carries here. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Raiders pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up. Tagovailoa now against the blitz. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. It's taken in by Sinnott. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Here's Tua again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Ready.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
3rd and long for him here. It's Dotson on the catch. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
A gain of 36 yards. And the Commanders touchdown.
Here's Tagovailoa again. On the move, headed right. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Just one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Tua now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Throw on 3rd down. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders hold a slim 2-point lead early. Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go!
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. Now 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
From the 46. Is complete to Colt. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 1st down, they'll run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. More from this one right after this.
On the set.
We're back and excited to start this 2nd quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Slot man motioned over. Here he is on 3rd and long. The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Lone back gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. They give it, pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's not loose. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's in, touchdown! The Raiders take a 2nd quarter lead. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good for a gain of 5. Josh Sweat making the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Tua out of the pistol. That pass caught by Dotson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Let's go. 21G. Out.
1st down, here's Tua. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Throw complete to Sinnott. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
From the 17. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Third and a lone yard coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Tagovailoa on first down. Pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. And they get to him again. It's the 2-minute warning now from Oakland. It's the Commanders with third and very long. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up fourth and long. Koo able to put it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
From the 33 on 2nd down. He's on the move. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
18 Rattler, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
No return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And the big play drives them backward. Second down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
To the air, 3rd and long. That one's cut along the left sideline. A pickup there of 33 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Tagovailoa on first down. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. From the red zone now. Complete out to the right. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. This throw is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Tua again. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
It's taken in by Sinnott. Touchdown, Washington. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Looking to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. Into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
14.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Unlock line. Unlock. Go.
Now a give running right. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways.
Go.
Give now to the running back. And this one does not go far. He'll get 2 yards, and that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Getting out to his left. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play, felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Let's go now.
3rd and long for him here. He throws a bullet deep to the right. They connect on the deep shot. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
2nd and 10.
19 Lion.
At the 26-yard line.
Mustang 19. Hut, hut.
2nd and 10 now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Mike Sarah still makes the play. He's at the 30. The 10. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick 6, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another 2 added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. Not a lot of time to get prepped on that sideline to get out there to defend the 2-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Sack.
Plowing up the middle. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
They're going play action. He's trying to push the field. That's grabbed inside the 30. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Set. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Throwing now off play action. That one way too far up there. They can't connect.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 11. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. And up.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Raiders first. Hand off to the back. And he runs this up close to midfield at about the 48. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Set. Ready.
From the 48. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Coverage by Mikey Samerstill.
Warrior 70. Ready, ready. Come 19. Come 19. Hut.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
First down.
Go.
Now a give on the counter. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And it's 3rd down now.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Go.
Throw on 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So that brings up 4th down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Forced out to his right. He's running for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. They'll motion him out of the backfield. The throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again! Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. The 50. 30. Gets the 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Running this one left. Escapes, avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Has it at the 11. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Man in motion here. The handoff on 3rd and short. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. The Commanders ready for the punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it'll be Raider football. 1st and 10 from the 41.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 19 Lion. Last name 19. Let's go.
Airing it out to start this drive. He beams one deep right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little Sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Set. Trap 60, 79 Broncos. Ready.
Throwing off the play fake here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
7 Pirates. Ready. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Panther 11. Go.
Desperation time here on 4th. Complete to Coleman. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They find a way to get it done against the odds here, Brock. That's 11 on 4th and 10, and it keeps this drive moving.
Hey, check that. Check go.
Here's the handoff. Has a lane inside the 35. And he has it almost to the red zone down at the 21-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Smash. Go. Roll.
Back to the well again. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over.
Coleman with the grab. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's brought down for a loss.
A loss of 2.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12.
At the 12-yard line.
Set. 70 range. Check. Warriors 70. Ready.
They'll try and throw it here. And in, touchdown, Las Vegas. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Return starts at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
They're right here.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Has room down the left sideline. Hits the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost and a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Another carry for him. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They give it to him again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on first. Has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders push the lead up to 12.
Commanders 40, Raiders 28.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Declines the touchback, Brock, and they make him pay in a big way. He's tackled before he can get to the 20.
At their own 15-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And they pick him off again. And the Commanders have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders have likely locked up the win right there. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Commanders go up by 19.
Commanders 47, Raiders 28.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give left side. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for Raiders first. Back-to-back carries here. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 now. Chased out to his right. Looking right, and he finds him. And they make the tackle at the 38. Play action on first down. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Oakland. Raiders hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out.
Hold it ready.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Go.
From the 36. Caught, nice gain left side. There it is, touchdown Las Vegas! The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Ready. Set.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Ready. Turbo wide.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. The give here on second. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Koo able to put it through. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat. Here we go. Set. 19 Lion. Mustang 19.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Trap 60. 79 Bronco. Hut.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Escapes the pocket. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there.
The QBs today so adept at doing just this, buying themselves enough time and finding a target. The problem on this one, just not the throw he needed to make the completion.
7 Pirates. Ready.
Looking to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's complete inside the 35. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. They are throwing it again. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders. That should just about lock up the win. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. That's a gain of 8, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Running for it again. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders lead by 15 now.
Commanders 57, Raiders 42.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And no return here, and this is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. All right, one more snap to play here.
70 Ranger. Warrior 70. Let's go. Curve 19. Curve 19. And up.
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that pass is dropped. Fitting. That would be their final play of the game as we've reached the end of this one. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Oakland.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. wanna see some more. You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Shaggy little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Shaggy little piece, wanna see some more, see some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? That's how still gonna keep the torch. Shaggy little piece, wanna see some more.
Cut. 44. Ready. Go ahead. Cut. All right, come on. Ready. Out. All right. Ready, shot. Go ahead. Out. Ready. Get on. Fly. Out. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Done. Hey, get set. Hey, 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 hey. That. Yeah, ready. Go ahead.